Hi,
Great.
everyone. I'm Sanjana. I'm a J&J intern, and I'm here with another fireside chat with June. June, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, so let's jump into it. Please tell us about your educational and professional backgrounds and the path that you took to get to where you are today.
Yeah, sure. So I guess my background is a little unique because I went to high school and college in China. I actually, after graduation, I applied for a PhD program at University of Minnesota. So I went there for 5 years, got my PhD in material science. And then since my advisor has a lot of connection to industry, and they actually have a joint research program with my current employer. That's how I feel like that's how I got hired at the current company. Um, yeah, so yeah, I guess if you want to know more about my company, we can continue with that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. If you want to talk about how you really got into your professional life, I think that would be great for the students to hear.
Yeah, sure. So in general, like my company is a chemical company, so it's like a specialty chemical company uh, who is a leading uh, chemical company for additives for like fuels and car engine oils. And I think I got interested in chemistry while I was in high school. So we have like this chemistry Olympic competition thing. So I got involved, and the teacher was very good. The teacher, without teaching us too much, like the coursework and asking you to do a lot of work, he actually nurtured our interest first by showing us how to do the experiments. So I remember one day we had this, it's called silver mirror reaction. So basically you coat like a really thin layer of silver on top of glassware, which is very shiny and very cool for a high school student. So that day I successfully made that reaction work. And then I went home and show off the silver to my parents and even like explain how that worked as a chemistry reaction. So that's how I realized I'm really into chemistry. And then in college, I was majoring in like polymer science and engineering, doing a lot of chemistry and material science. And I feel like, yeah, how about just improve my skill further by going to a graduate school? That's why I applied for the PhD program at University of Minnesota. And then I think pretty much at the beginning, I was gonna do the industry research instead of going to academia. So that's why I got involved in a lot of collaboration with like the industry colleagues and published paper more on the practical side, not like super scientific side. And then like in my last year, I interviewed with a few chemical companies, Dow Chemicals, 3M, obviously because they're big like hires for our PhD program. And I also interview with my current company, Infineum. Yeah, but like I like the area, I like the location better. So it's close to New York City, a lot of fun, a lot of like Asian food in the area. That's why I decided to come here.
That's amazing. And I actually like how you sort of were able to find your passion pretty early on. Like you mentioned, you found that interest for chemistry pretty early on, and you were able to just kind of follow through with that right into your professional career. And I think that's something that's really valuable for the students to know as well, because a lot of the people that I've done fireside chats with, they sort of like did a lot of things and explored a lot of different areas and fields before they got to wherever they are now, which is great, of course. Like that's one path, but I think it's important to also showcase, some people do know pretty early on what they want to do, and then it ends up working out for them. So that's also another path, and it's great.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I guess one advice is to definitely try different things. I did try different things in high school because they have like math and physics, Olympic game, Olympic like competition as well. I tried those, and I learned that I'm really better in chemistry and everything else, and I'm really into chemistry. That's how I like decided to join the chemical industry and maybe like devote my life to the chemical world.
Right. That's so valuable. So, my next question for you, and you did touch upon this a little bit, but did you have any significant extracurricular experiences in high school and or in college that you felt really helped you later on in your career? And this could be like clubs, sports,
Yeah,
organizations, anything.
sure. Yeah, like I don't know whether that helped. Like a lot of things I did for college is to sort of do similar things, like to go act as volunteers. So my college is actually in a very tourist heavy place called Hangzhou. So it has like a really pretty lake called West Lake. So I usually just go there during weekends and be the tour guide for a lot of people. So I feel like one thing that definitely helped is to interact with people and like get to know people and get comfortable with strangers. And maybe sometimes if I do the tour guide thing for like foreigners, I can also practice my English.
That's awesome. Yeah. And volunteering, giving back, that's amazing in itself. And it's super important. So I'm glad that you brought that up.
Sure, yeah.
All right. So, my last question for you is what advice would you give to young people who will soon be embarking on their professional lives?
Yeah, just I think we touched upon on that a little bit. So just um, I guess in your early career, try different things and find the things you like the most. And I guess equally important what you are good at. So I learned from the beginning that I'm not really good at physics. So in college when I chose major, I don't want to do anything that like is physics heavy. And I know I'm good at chemistry, and I know that I'm good with like chemical reactions. So, yeah.
Thank you so much. This was a great session, and I'm sure that the students will get a lot out of this session. So, thanks again.
Yeah, no problem.